Hi, everyone. My name is Gary. I'm a part of the Hedera team. In today's installment of our Hedera Real World Webinar Use Case Series, we're talking with two amazing companies, Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, about how they're starting to use a proof of concept on Hedera with stablecoins. With us today are Andrew and Alex. Hi, I'm Andrew. Hi, Alex.
Hi, thank you, Gary. I appreciate the introduction. It's a great honor for me to speak with all of you today. My name is Andrew Kim, and I'm a blockchain project manager at Shinhan Bank. Now I'll introduce Alex from Standard Bank.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Andrew. I'm developing the COE team, blockchain innovation team in Standard Bank. Happy to be part of this POC. Thank you very much.
Yep. I'll be presenting about the stablecoin proof of concept project that we have pulled together with Standard Bank and Hedera Hashgraph in the last 4 months. I'll be covering the business side of the POC, and Alex will be covering the technical side of the POC for today. For those of the audience who are not too familiar with us, Shinhan Bank is a leading commercial bank in South Korea. We are very active in blockchain and DLT ecosystem. Just a few weeks ago, we just won the Enterprise Blockchain Awards of 2021 for ecosystem transformation. Standard Bank is the largest African bank by asset. Standard Bank is also huge in blockchain ecosystem. Both of us are the member of Hedera Hashgraph Governance Council. Without further ado, I'd like to start off presenting the real-time international transfer using Stablecoin POC. Before going into too much details, I would like to spend some time to go over a summary of this POC. First, we need to understand what stablecoin is. Stablecoin is a class of digital asset that is backed by a reserve asset. Thus, it attempts to offer price stability. Reserve asset can be varied. It could be a fiat money, it could be another crypto, or it could be another asset, such as gold. Obviously, among all assets, fiat money is the far most stable than any other, which is why we have assumed to use stablecoin backed by local fiat money for this POC. People here might be curious why banks like us have done this POC. Alex and I want to make sure that this is a proof of concept and not directly related to a real product or service. However, through this POC, we wanted to explore the use case of stablecoin in banking service and prove that the stablecoin is effective in such process. Most importantly, we wanted to improve development capability of stablecoin, so we could prepare ourselves to use stablecoin in future use case. The POC was from August to November 2021. And the way we have done this is by establishing one-on-one direct message exchange system and process between Shinhan and Standard Bank, leveraging Hedera token service and Hedera consensus service. And this will be covered in the following slides. We believe that the international transfer is perfect example to apply stablecoin and DLT, because DLT allows stablecoin to be fast, secure, stable, and fair. Also, in IT perspective, it allows us to establish minimum level of infrastructure and development. So when you say international wire transfer, it usually refers to SWIFT, SWIFT. When a customer in Korea requests commercial bank to send money to South Africa, bank like Shinhan usually uses SWIFT as a middleman to send money because Shinhan Bank does not have a branch or any direct network in South Africa. SWIFT's far-reaching network helps financial institutions to send money anywhere without establishing relationship and network infra with each counterparties in global. In other words, if you use SWIFT, the transfer has to go through and involves multiple steps and intermediaries. The process requires collaboration among one or several mega banks, which are members of the SWIFT network, and we call them correspondent bank. This causes a longer remittance period and extremely high customer fee. What is worse is that customer and even Shinhan Bank cannot know where the transfer is, and we cannot let customer know the exact arrival time of the transfer either. So please next. We believe that, so here is how we solve the pain point of global transfer by leveraging stablecoin. I'll go through the steps in a perspective of customer. Let's say Ashley in Korea wants to send money to Bob in South Africa. Ashley first needs to convert her fiat money to Korean won-backed stablecoin. Then she asks Shinhan Bank to send stablecoin to her friend Bob in South Africa. Within this request, Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank exchange messages through HCS. This leads to an equivalent amount of Korean won stablecoin to be issued, burned, and exchanged from Shinhan side, and rand stablecoin to be issued, burned, and exchanged from Standard side, as per the process. After all, Standard Bank passes rand stablecoin from treasury account to Bob's wallet. Now I pass to Alex for the process in details.
Thank you, Andrew. So just start with the first slide. A brief description on the architecture. Firstly, this is a standalone system with no integration into the bank, as Andrew had said. So we took an approach of a microservices, as you can see, which should help us in the future if there's any sort of integration. That should hopefully make things a lot easier. But yeah, a lot of as the POC goes further along, we'll just start unpacking and researching a lot of extra bits and pieces that need to be implemented into this, like the FX exchange and anti-money laundering. Okay, so as you can see right now, there are 3 parties involved, as you know, Standard Bank, Shinhan Bank, and the Hedera Hashgraph, which is basically the foundation or the base of our platform. So I'll quickly go through each layer, but you'll see a little bit more detail in the demo. So next slide, please. So, yeah, we have Standard Bank's architecture. We just built a sample banking application and administration screen. There's an API that we're calling an off-chain database, which is SQL right now. This is where we store our information that you see on screen. So it's basically like the account numbers, the beneficiary information, and some of our keys that we use. We have the Hedera API. This is where we actually integrate the Hedera SDK. So in this API, we combine the token services and the message management into the topic, which is the consensus service really. And then I'll explain that a little bit more detail when we come along. What we also got here is we also got what we call a watcher. This is continuously monitors the shared topic between ourselves and Shinhan Bank. Topic is basically, you can call it almost looking like a message queue, and this is an orchestration of the payment really depending on the data that you see inside the message. So you'll have like the to and from payments, the FX rates, and all that sort of information inside there. So yeah, we got Shinhan Bank side. As you can see, it's very similar, but different in naming, but very similar to what we have as well. The data flow is also basically the same. That's because of our fundamental concepts are basically a like for like. Reason being is because of our guidance from assistance from Hedera and our collaboration that worked very well. One of the more notable differences is just that we had our little watcher was sitting on our own environment, and this is integrated into Shinhan Bank's Hedera's client API. Cool. Now this is where so we're actually basically running the POC on Hedera's testnet environment. So everything else was set up initially. There's a lot of stuff we didn't want to show in the POC. This is just like, creating your accounts, your treasury account, your coin, associating everything that, and KYC has all been assumed it's all done. So yeah, like I said before, all we want to improve was the consensus and token service. So we use that our token service is for, again, the wiping of the user accounts, the buying of the stable coin, the burning, the minting, all that sort of stuff. And again, the shared topic is, this is where the consensus is actually used. This is our trust layer, where our message is immutable, verified, and given a trusted timestamp. In the end, it plays the role of our auditable logs and events and the events of the payments. So some might see that there could possibly be an issue with us sharing a topic, but with both parties picking up the messages at the same time. But like I said before, the messages are actually driven via the message type, so the data inside there. But what we see as beneficial around this sharing a topic is that if anything has to go wrong with any sort of system on our end or Shinhan Bank side, is actually we actually fail together and can roll back together at the same time. So I think that's quite beneficial when you look at that. So yeah, that was just a quick explanation of the architecture and how Hedera Hashgraph actually made it possible for us. So thank you for that, and I think we'll move on to the demo now. So yeah, this is a demo. As you can see, we just got two accounts. One is a savings account for Bob, where he holds his fiat currency. And then there's a second account where stablecoin is going to be. We've got 6,396 Rand. Just going to go in and top up with another 100 Rand. Savings accounts. Topping up these stablecoin. So yeah, we're just doing some minting. So we're just creating some extra coin on our treasury or issuer's account, and you're just transferring it to the user's account. Get back to the accounts, and it should be been updated. As you can see, it's been updated. So this is just buying your stables are, which is just backed up by the fiat currency. Now we have our beneficiaries who we're going to pay. This beneficiary is Ashley Kim, who's in Korea and has an account with the Shinhan Bank. This is the account on the Hedera network. So we're just going to do a quick payment. I'm going to do 20,001. And then when I click pay, we actually go and get a fictitious FX rate. So this is just, we're just going to randomly choose any sort of rate. So now it's at 80 Rand 22 cents accept the rate as a user. So user can accept this rate. And then when the rate is accepted, it actually goes and generates, a covenant, or more or less like a guarantee that you will go and, sorry, there's a covenant, but you'll guarantee that you'll get the FX rates on Shinhan Bank side. So a message actually been sent through to the message queue right now. And I think over to Andrew will actually show that part right now. So yeah, we have the demo. So you can see that we just have a normal savings account for Bob, where he's just got his fiat currency, and then the stables are wallet as well, where his stable coin is going to be. So now I'm just going to go and top up some of his stable coin. We've got 6,246 Rand in there. So what's going to actually happen in the background, this is where it calls the API for the stable coin, where minting will happen for the treasury account or issuer's account, and then after minting is complete, it will transfer the token into the user's account, the client's account. Okay. Now it is complete. Go back to accounts, and there we go. This has been updated. So it's out 300. Now we'll just move on to the beneficiaries and pay beneficiary. So my beneficiary is sitting in South Korea with it's Ashley Kim. Yeah, that's his account number. You can see it, that's the Hedera account number, and now we're just going to transfer 20,001. Once I click pay, we got a fictitious booking of a FX rate. So you can just see the FX rate, 251 Rand is going to cost me to transfer the 20,001. There's a value date, there's a quote number, and then once I accept the rate, it'll generate a cover number, which is almost sort of like a guarantee in a way that you're going to get your currency. So once this is done, actually what actually happened right now is it actually sent through the message to the message queue, where Shinhan Bank will actually pick that up. So I'll just move over to Andrew now. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, for your demo. Now switching back to Shinhan. This is our admin page. As you can see, there is a treasury account that Shinhan Bank hold. Let's go check if Bob's 20,000 has arrived on time. Yep, as you can see, 20,000 stablecoin Korean won has been transferred from Shinhan to Ashley Kim's wallet, just on top. Okay, so it seems like the transaction is completed just within a minute. And now let's share our mobile page so we can show you guys how we have designed it. This is our mobile app. It's for POC only. And on the top, there is a fiat account, and on the bottom, there is a stablecoin account. It seems like we need more money on the stablecoin account. Let's go buy some more stablecoin. Let's buy like, yeah, 500,000. That's like 500 US dollars approximately. And let's do confirm. Now we have enough amount of stablecoin Korean won for remittance. I'll just show you around how the transfer works in our side. Can you click the transfer button? And this is the first page. We put down how much we want to send to South Africa. Let's say 500,000. And there's a rate on the medium. It's 81 to 1 ZAR. Let's get a quote. And on the top, there is the Swift remittance method as usual. As you can see, the fee is about $35 for minimum. Let's choose stablecoin and let's send it. And there's some notice that for the users that it's only for the individuals, and fee is free. Let's click next. In here we can click the address that we already saved as our favorites. Let's say Amal. Let's click next. And this is for the KYC info. Click next. And this is like the final page. You just need to check one more time that you are sending this amount to South Africa. It's about 6,100 ZAR. And just as soon as you click the password, let's say, it's just 6 digits for now. Click next. Yep. In average, it takes 25 seconds to complete the transfer. Yep, it's completed. Now we're done. Just sending money to South Africa. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, as we can see right now, we actually did receive the 12,100 Rand from Shinhan Bank. I'll just refresh again. It's just to show you that it did actually go through on both sides. Thank you. Now we've done the demo and we'll move over back to Andrew. Thank you very much.
Yep. Just as you have seen in the demo, there is a big difference between wire transfer and stablecoin transfer. First of all, stablecoin transfer is a lot cheaper. All you need is less than 10 cents for network fee. In contrast, Swift transfer usually charges $40 per transaction. Out of 40, $20 is intermediary fee. It's 50% of the fee. However, please understand that this is a proof of concept, so it is possible that other necessary fees could be added to an actual product. Still, it won't be even close to $40. It takes less than a minute to complete the transaction. It offers tracking feature through the admin page. And of course, it is 24/7. It does not require US dollar conversion in between. And here are some of the lessons learned from this POC. We proved that stablecoin is effective in global transfer, economic and fast. It's transparent, making it possible for users to track their transaction. As you have seen in the demo, it offers customers a lot simpler UI and UX. Because we could use Hedera's network and library, infra work and development work could be minimal. However, there are some parts missing in this POC because it only covered technical parts. In order to make it as a minimum viable product or even an actual product, these assumptions on the right side should be considered and reflected on the process. First, banks should come up with an operation and audit manual for reserve account. Reserve account is a collateral account for its fiat money. Second, banks should find a way to comply with its regulation because the level and direction of regulation on stablecoin varies between countries. So you should carefully examine your local rules. Third, KYC and AML is a mandatory action for every global transfer. And this also has to be included in the future case. Last but not least, integration with core banking system should be carefully designed and tested. And that brings us to the end. Thank you everyone for having us today, and thank you Hedera for great work.